Greetings, my name is Phoenix, and I'm here to tell you today about the new game I am making. For a working title, I'm going to call it the Greenleaf Galactic Immersive Sim. The new game I'm developing is going to be an immersive simulator. Immersive sims are best known for their multiple simulated systems. That's where the name really comes from. They incorporate elements of multiple different genres together. And they're most famous for open-ended gameplay and emergent gameplay. I'm definitely going to design things with certain intents, but the most excitement is going to come from new options, new ways that I never saw coming. The games that inspired me, the games that I played the most and wanted to do something slightly different with and improve upon, games like Minecraft, and specifically some of their industrious mods for the whole voxel and exploration. That game you can really make everything your own because the entire world is destructible. I want to include that. Then we have Tribes. I specifically started off with Tribes Vengeance, and then the important part for Tribes is the fast movement. Love those jetpacks and energy skis. And I'm going to have some of that Factorio. The true end game is kind of after the end. There's an achievement for finishing the game, but you can very clearly just keep on going and making bigger, cooler stuff. You can finish, pick up all your stuff, leave to the next world, and have a better start than your first start. You can design some of that start. I also like Factorio in terms of you go from a survival game to a practically creative mode inside the game. You could totally run out of power or something and screw up a lot of stuff real fast. But once you cross a certain threshold, it's difficult to really lose everything. Now for some of my development processes. I'm going to be throwing myself in and trying to develop each and every week. I have schedules and routines that can already support this. I'm going to try to shoot for one development post a week. That seems pretty manageable. I'm going to try to have a working version at all times. I put working version in quotes. I want to It'll help test stability and progress, and it's much better for demonstrations to just have it available and not need to do something very suddenly. And by making lots of smaller successive versions that technically work, they can count as making simpler games first. I'm kind of just diving in the deep end. I've done some little projects here and there and followed along with some guides and demonstrations, but I don't think that it's not 100% counting. It's like 50% counting. I can follow instructions, but can I make instructions? I want to use stuff that is free and open source. That way others can follow what I'm doing just straight off the bat without having to invest. And what you support continues. So for instance, I'm going to be supporting the Godot engine as my game engine. I'm sure some people come to see some of my videos just for Godot. I also plan to make the main game somewhat short. Shorter gameplay is better for those who don't have the most time for games, which is a decent number of people, especially older gamers. And even though the main game, in quotes, is short, there's still going to be plenty of things to do. We'll have alternate paths and professions and stuff like that, so you can replay the whole game again, but differently. There's always new planets and resources to go off and capture to keep feeding the empires. By designing the game shorter, we can maximize fun and minimize the useless grind. If there's something to be done, it should be somewhat fun, even if it's busy work. That's it for now. This is me talking about what I plan to do before I actually sit down and really do any of it, so we'll see how much of it changes. I tried to keep this very short and simple for that exact reason. I could sit here and talk to you a lot more about some of the stuff I've got designed and planned, but I want to I want to see what actually happens. Which means I have to get back to you after something actually happens. So I'm Phoenix, and this is DevLog 0. Thanks for stopping by.